Boxing Podcast with Mike Hastings. All the latest news and views. Boxing legend. Biography. Click, like, and subscribe. Donate whatever you can. Boxing's got a new podcast in town. Mike Hastings, he's your man.
Hey, welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of the Final Bell Boxing Podcast with me, Mike Hastings. You know, without your support, we wouldn't be able to bring you this podcast as regularly as we do. We are currently trying to make this a full-time business. So if you like our content, please help us by making a donation by clicking on the link in the comments section or in the description. Every pound and every dollar helps bring us closer to our dream. Click the link and donate what you can afford. Every donation will earn a mention on our YouTube videos and podcast. When I think about the great figures of boxing, the names that tower over all others are few. But among them, marvelous Marvin Hagler is one I return to again and again. His story is not just one of dominance in the ring, but of struggle, perseverance, self-respect, and an unflinching will. As host of Final Bell Boxing, I believe legend is not granted. It is earned by fight after fight, by every drop of sweat, by every scar, by every moment of doubt overcome. Marvin Hagler earned his place, and today we celebrate it. Before we go further, to all our UK listeners, head over to uk.boxraw.com. If you sign up on their site, you'll receive 10% off your first order. They offer some of the finest boxing apparel in the UK, comfortable, quality gear made for fighters and fans alike. You heard it here first on Final Bell Boxing. Gear up, support the sport, and wear your heart on your sleeve. As we mark this tribute in October 2025, the echoes of Hagler's life are still fully alive. Though his passing was in 2021, the boxing world still lights candles, writes stories, runs tributes, replays old fights, and debates what might have been. So this isn't a story of new death, but of living memory, a living legend whose influence refuses to fade. I'm going to walk you through Marvin's life, how he came up, how he fought, the defining clashes, the controversies, his legacy, and how each of us at Final Bell Boxing extends our heartfelt wishes to his family, hoping peace and comfort find them always. He was born Marvin Nathaniel Hagler on May 23, 1954 in Newark, New Jersey. But his identity as a fighter was shaped more by Brockton, Massachusetts, where his family moved while he was young. In Brockton, he came under the eye of the Petronelli brothers, Goody and Pat, whose modest gym produced him. From early on, he carried a chip on his shoulder. He felt underappreciated by promoters, media, and boxing politics. That chip became part of his fuel. He turned professional in 1973. The early years weren't spectacular, but you begin to see the steel beneath the flesh. A fighter who took risks, who would walk into fire, who never backed down. By 1979, he was knocking at the door of a title shot. That year, he challenged Vito Antuofermo for the middleweight title. The official result was a draw, a deeply contested decision that left many, including Hagler, feeling robbed. He believed he won. From that moment, he set about proving himself again and again. In 1980, he got the opportunity he'd worked for. In London, he faced Alan Minter for the middleweight championship. He won decisively. He collected the title, and in doing so vindicated years of struggle. That was only the beginning. From 1980 until 1987, Marvin reigned as undisputed middleweight champion. That's 6 years and 7 months, a reign full of defenses, many by knockout. He made 12 successful title defenses. His knockout power was a constant threat. 52 of his 62 wins came by KO. His knockout percentage remains among the highest ever for undisputed middleweight champions. ESPN.com +3. Wikipedia +3. ESPN.com +3. He fought in many places under many conditions. He carried scars, cuts, swelling, pain, but rarely complaint. He evolved, adapted, imposed his will. His style, southpaw, pressuring, intelligent, unrelenting. He could box, he could slug, he could pace, he could explode. Among his greatest fights, one has to begin with Hagler versus Thomas Hitman Hearns, April 1985. It's called the War for very good reason. From the first bell, both men came out swinging. In that first round alone, blood flew, the pace was brutal, the stakes enormous. Hagler absorbed a cut, yet pressed forward. In the third round, that relentlessness paid off. He landed a brutal combination that sent Hearns down, and the fight was stopped. Many regard that as one of the greatest middleweight fights ever. It lasted under 8 minutes, yet everything about it feels mythic. Al Jazeera. +3. PBS. +3. ESPN.com. +3. Another legendary bout came in March 1986 against John the Beast Mugabe. Mugabe was undefeated, dangerous, with serious punching power. That fight tested Hagler's mettle. Early on, he experimented with orthodox stance but ultimately reverted to southpaw. He was measured, tactical. He threw a staggering volume of punches. In the 11th round, he landed a left hook that dropped Mugabe, then followed with right hands to finish the job. The knockout silenced critics and reaffirmed his dominance. Wikipedia. +1. Of course, you cannot speak of Hagler's legacy without the fight everyone still debates. Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard, April 6, 1987 at Caesar's Palace. It was called the Super Fight. Leonard came back after years off. The promoters mandated terms, 12 rounds, larger ring, lighter gloves. Many felt Hagler was favored, the champion expected to win. Leonard fought with movement, timing, jabs. Hagler chased, attacked, tried to break through. In the end, a split decision went to Leonard. Many felt it was unjust. That fight would be Hagler's last. He left the ring in bitterness, in disbelief, and he walked away forever. The Guardian. +3. Wikipedia. +3. PBS. +3. When you watch those fights today, the Hearns War, the Mugabe War, the Leonard battle, you see a fighter of vast heart. You see decisions, adjustments, will, pain, brilliance. What made Hagler special was not just one quality, but the blend of them all. His chin was legendary. He absorbed heavy shots. He was cut, battered, hit. Yet he often kept pressing, kept imposing. His body healed, his resolve remained. He looked like a machine built for war. Beyond sheer toughness, his ring intelligence was formidable. He studied opponents, made mid-fight changes, used feints, pressured selectively, controlled pace. He wasn't a wild brawler, he was a tempered force. He carried pressure well. He dragged fighters into paths they didn't want to go. He would chip, he would pound, he would break. Even fighters who survived early surges often found themselves bleeding, tired, demoralized. His power was real. Those knockouts were not just flash, they were a constant threat. Even in fights where he didn't stop his opponent, his finishing capacity forced opponents always to respect his punches. Then you have the mental side, the chip on his shoulder, the underdog mindset even when he was champion. The refusal to beg for respect, the discipline, the preparation, the toughness of spirit. Marvin demanded you acknowledge him not through showmanship, but through fists. His legacy is expansive. Boxing historians place him among the greatest middleweights ever, alongside Monzon, Hopkins, Robinson, etc. His reign, his knockouts, his defenses, his style, his heart, all combine to build a legacy few can rival. The Guardian. +3. Wikipedia. +3. ESPN.com. +3. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame while still alive. His reputation, even after retirement, grew. New fighters cite him as an influence. Boxing media replay his fights. Trainers and gyms analyze his footwork, his pressure, his combinations. In 2025, his name still commands respect. Anniversary tributes, Hall of Fame retrospectives, fan debates persist. ESPN, years after his death, published pieces on his lasting impact. noting how the Hearns fight drew future generations into boxing. ESPN.com. Because during his life and in the years since, there have been rumors and theories surrounding his death. Some claimed he died from vaccine reactions. Those claims were refuted by his widow, Kay Hagler, and by fact-checkers. Reuters debunked an Instagram claim that he was murdered by a COVID vaccine, stating he died of natural causes. Reuters. +1. His widow explicitly denied any vaccine link, saying, "For sure wasn't the vaccine that caused his death, he left in peace." BostonGlobe.com. As time passes, these debates grow less relevant. What matters is the documented truth. Marvin Hagler died on March 13, 2021, at his home in New Hampshire. His death was accepted as natural causes. ESPN.com. +4. Wikipedia. +4. PBS. +4. What remains is his legacy, his fights, his spirit. So as I sit here in 2025 writing this, I feel simultaneously the gap of his absence and the fullness of what he left behind. We continue to learn from him. We continue to debate him. We continue to fight in echoes of his lessons. I ask listeners to do this. Go back and watch those fights. Turn off commentary. Watch the first few rounds of Hagler versus Hearns round by round. See how he absorbs, how he counters, how he pressures. Watch round by round in Hagler versus Mugabe. Watch vulnerable moments, recovery, adaptation. Watch the Hagler versus Leonard fight and judge for yourself. Ask, did Hagler deserve to lose that decision? Why or why not? In those debates, we keep him alive. In your next gym session, think of Hagler's doctrine: pressure, discipline, toughness, intelligence. Don't just hit hard, think, adapt, sustain. Don't just expect accolades, demand respect by what you do. As I close this tribute, I speak from the heart, not just as a narrator, but as a fan, a student, a believer. Marvin Hagler's career was not flawless. He was frustrated. He was disappointed. But what he gave the sport, the standard of middleweight greatness, the example of courage, the legend of battles, is priceless. To the family of Marvin Hagler, to Kay Hagler, to those who knew him and loved him, and to everyone who carries his memory, all of us at Final Bell Boxing extend our deepest condolences and our respect. May the memories bring comfort, may pride carry you through sorrow, and may the legacy of Marvin Hagler remain a beacon for generations yet to come. Rest in power, Marvin, marvelous, unbowed, immortal.
We hope you are enjoying our podcast. If you'd like to help us continue to provide you quality content, we would welcome your generosity. In the comments section, we have a link to make a donation. Every £1 we receive will help us bring you dynamic and reliable sporting content. Thank you in advance for making the effort for us. £1 in isolation is very little, but every pound added together adds up to a substantial contribution to us. So don't be shy, click the link and donate £1 today. Thank you for your support. Now back to the podcast.